to the MINDBENDER Mental Performance Podcast.
We are back. The MINDBENDER Mental Performance Podcast, episode 177. Am I actually on 177? No, excuse me, 178. That's right. We're stacking them. Part 2, Chapter 1 of the book breakdown, The Mental Game of Baseball, the chapter title, Where Does It Start? Sorry, I got a little discombobulated there simply because October baseball is on, and holy cow, man, it is such a joy. October baseball, man, it's the thrill of victory. It's the agony of defeat. It's pure joy. It's pure heartbreak, and the game strips you down and shows you who you are. The beauty of it all, the magic, no hiding, no pretending, just you, the ball, and the moment. You choose how to respond. And I remember Ravizza has a quote about October baseball. He said, October baseball isn't about the moment being too big. It's about you being present enough, pitch, to meet it head on. But today is not about Ken Ravizza. It's about the book by Harvey Dorfman, The Mental Game of Baseball. Today's podcast, especially dedicated to the LTP 14U squad. We had quite an experience playing one game. That's right, a 5-inning game over about 7 hours last weekend. We had to get out there and compete, boys, right? Even a shipwreck can turn out to be a prosperous voyage in the end, and we certainly got better as a team mentally. This is the MINDBENDER Mental Performance Podcast. It's the only podcast that Enrique Byroneas, who is not with us today, would say that makes players fuerte en la cabeza. You guys know why we're here. El lugar es aquí, el momento es ahora. Wherever you are, the place is here, and the time is now. We're taking it from the clouds into the dirt where it can grow. We're knocking down mental and emotional barriers so you can perform with consistency and confidence. Because confidence, that's the name of the game. Let's build a little bridge from last session here, right? Last time we laid the foundation. Anchoring down with your breath. Owning and choosing your responses. Owning your mission. Playing the game one pitch at a time with total disregard for previous, past, or future pitches. Today, we turn the dial a little bit on chapter 1, right? Where does it start? It starts with you regulating you. Things get better when you get better. And the plan, pre-pitch, every pitch, is self-control, plan, trust. That's the behavior. Self-control, plan, trust. Amen. If you look into chapter 1 of the mental game of baseball, Dorfman really gives it to us straight. The difference isn't the tools, it's the toolbox. When he talks about a story with the great Tom Seaver, Seaver said the difference comes down to the mental attitude, the effort they give, the mental alertness, the concentration, and the dedication. The intangibles are the deciding factors between who won and who lost. You want the separator? It's not launch angle. It's how you manage yourself when the storm is there. How do you anchor down with the breath? TBT, man, thoughts become things. So don't try harder, try easier. Commit to a mission. One breath, one plan, one pitch. Focus on task execution, right? You're a human being. If you go through moments where you feel fear, self-doubt, frustration, worry, that's the time to anchor down with the breath, right? Regulate yourself like you regulate your mechanics. The key then for a player is to regulate his mental performance as he would regulate his physical performance. You got to learn the strategies and the skills required for controlling yourself in the situation, in the game, right? Like you never let your elbow fly open without a fix. Don't let your mind fly open either. Install a system so you're aware of where you're at with your internal traffic lights, right? With where you're at with your behavior, attitudes, words, emotions, responses. And that system is the signal light awareness system. Green light, I'm in control. Yellow light, I'm losing control. Red light, I've lost control, right? If you get yourself in yellow or red lights where you feel like you're losing or lost control, that's when you go to your 3-step release routine. Step 1, a physical action. Step 2, a breath on a focal point. Step 3, a verbal trigger. You do it every time until you start to make it automatic, right? If I ask a guy, when's your birthday, he'll immediately roll it right off the tongue. If I say, tell me about your at-bat routine, no drama, just the routine, just the approach, right? Handle the real enemies, worry, pressure, right? Pressure's a choice. You have to handle worry and anxiety. You must take responsibility for that part of your performance. You must approach each and every pitch with commitment, concentration, and confidence, right? Commitment. Before the game, write down why you play, who and what you're becoming through the game, right? Know what that is. Set your mission for the day. Tune up and tune in, man, right? Concentration. Everybody talks about the 3 seconds during the pitch, but what about the 15 to 20 seconds before and after the pitch? Maybe more critical to get your thoughts, behaviors, actions, and your focus and your concentration in line before the pitch is executed, right? And the eyes. Focus the eyes. Confidence. Don't wait to feel it. Do it. Choose, act, and do confidence with BFS, man. Get big. BFS. Big breath, big body language. Chest up, shoulders back. Chin up, eyes up. 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Tall, swagger. And then the F, focus. This pitch. This moment. What's important now? And then self-talk, right? Talk to yourself. Don't listen. Make sure that you have something to go to with your self-talk in the moment so that you don't listen to potentially the purpose-driven lies that could show up, right? I am in control of myself before each pitch. I am taking it one pitch at a time. I've paid my dues and I'm trusting my ability, right? As a hitter, I'm a smart and strong hitter. I'm seeing the ball well and making quality hard contact. See it and hit it. I attack pitches in the zone. Put the fat part of the bat on the ball, hit it where it's pitched. Use the whole field. Pitchers. I'm in command of myself and my pitches. Focus on the target, hit the target. I am a professional glove hitter. Hit the mitt. I'm the one pitch warrior. I'm the man. Fielders, right? Hit it to me. I can make any play. I'm smooth. Stay down. Quick as a cat. Got to have something to go to, right? Even if you don't believe it, it starts you in the right direction. The best players take responsibility for their own thinking. They choose what to think rather than letting the situation dictate to them what they should think. And if you don't buy into what you're saying to yourself, making the effort to say positive things to yourself directs your focus and keeps you from saying anything negative. Your mind can't say, oh, I hope the ball doesn't get to me, hit to me, right? If you're saying, hit it to me. We've talked about that before. That is the power of self-talk, man. TBT, thoughts become things. You may feel like shit, fine. Choose, act, and do confidence because feel ain't real once you got the uni on. There's a story about Mike Maloney, I believe, in the book. The difference between two athletes is 20% physical and 80% mental, right? If it's 80-20 up there, your practice can't be 100-0 down here. Build mental reps into the work. Physical and mental reps are not separate. Your brain is connected to your body. Your at-bat routine starts 4 hitters away hitters, right? 4 hitters away mental ABs. We've talked about this many times. Pitchers, right? Have a in-between inning routine, pre-batter routine, pre-pitch routine, right? Pre-inning routine, bullpen routine, warm-up pitch routine, release routine. Tradition ain't going to save you. Baseball's been slow to develop systematic methods to help players develop the best possible mental skills and habits. Until really recently, players have only themselves as a resource. Sometimes that baptism by fire, they get it late, or some of them never get it, right? Don't feed into the macho myth that the mental game makes you soft. No, it turns you into the lion so you can compete as the lion and never as the gazelle, as the tiger and not as the bunny rabbit. Just be tough has buried more careers than a slider down and away by Mariano Rivera. System beats you thinking swagger is going to get you through, right? If we're playing and your pre-pitch routine, every pitch doesn't include a breath, man, start locking in on what you can control. Start to be elite at the things that take no talent to be elite at. Ask for help, man. Some players are fortunate enough to have gotten essential outside help, and most of these guys say it saved their career. Look at guys like Sean Casey, the mayor. My own boy, Eric Burns. You worked with the great Carl Kuehl, right? A good hitter becomes a pro when he stops pretending and puts a routine between him and the chaos. That's not soft. That's being a professional. If you need help, get it. Pride without a plan is just noise in your head, man. And that's not going to help you hunt pitches, right? That's where the mental training starts, with a goal. Lock in on a smart goal. Be specific. Measure it. Make sure it's attainable, right? And be relentless about attacking it and get it in a timely fashion, right? Write it, own it, live it. Your mission governs your habits, your behaviors. Your habits govern how you perform, right? You want to be the guy, who's around when the leaves turn brown and somebody wears the crown. Then start being that dude this pitch, today, wherever it is. APE and BFS, man, your controllables: attitude, preparation, perspective, energy, effort, emotions. BFS, body language, focus, self-talk. If it isn't APE, let it go. If it's out of your control. If your BFS is tight and you're choosing, acting, and doing confidence, right? Even if you're one for the last 20, that's how you keep getting the opportunity to win the next one, and the next one, and the next one, right? Where do you lose pitches? Before, during, or after the pitch, right? What's your verbal trigger when you're under fire? When we talked about self-talk. When you're dominating and executing at your very best, what's your body language, your focus, and your self-talk like, right? What are you modeling to your teammates? Is your behavior and attitude worth catching? Because things are more caught than taught. And what's one mental game rep you're going to add to your physical work? What's your why, man? Why do you play the game? Very important. Write down why you play. Keep it in your hat. Keep it in your bag. Install a release routine so you got something to go to when the shit hits the fan. Right? Start your at-bat 4 hitters away. If you want to be a more consistent, confident hitter, be more consistent about the way you prepare to go bang. Right? Focus on the things that you can control and influence, and be elite at the things that take no talent to be elite at, like APE, like BFS, because God gave you the spirit, not of fear, but of power, love, and self-control. Power in breath, love for the work every day, love for getting 1% better in your 1440 every day, and self-control by anchoring down in the storm with your breath. Intangibles decide games when the skill is close, because it's the execution of the smallest details that produce the biggest results. So regulate your mental skills like your physical ones with a system. And be responsible for your own thoughts, actions, and behaviors, with commitment, with concentration, and with confidence that you choose and do, not wait to feel. Right? At the highest levels, that's what it says in the mental game, it's 80% mental. So build these mental reps in your daily work, or you will in fact be exposed. Help is going to save careers. It did with Sean Casey, the mayor, my boy, and it also did with Eric Burns, right? And many others probably that I have no idea about. So drop the macho mental game mask, pick up a routine, pick up a process, pick up a way to anchor yourself down when the game speeds up on you, and then lock in on the APE, the BFS, right? If your reps in practice ain't including a breath and a focal point, you're not present. This is raw, this is real, this is repeatable. You won't always feel good, but you can always compete. You can always hustle. You can always lock in on APE and BFS. That's the difference between pretending you're tough and being tough. Tough times don't last, tough people do. And hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Para mis jugadoras latinas, más línea, más vida. Hasta la próxima, recuerda, si quieres ser un jugador disciplinado, comprometido y preparado en el futuro, empiezas esa mierda hoy. Se necesita lo que se necesita y lo mejor está por venir. If you want to be a disciplined, committed, and prepared ball player in the future, you start that shit today. It takes what it takes. Be good to yourselves out there, and the best is yet to come. And enjoy October baseball.
That's one small step for man, One giant leap for